Hello, it's Marvin. Welcome back to the channel. Back on YouTube, doing another video today, doing a prediction video here for the 2025-26 college football playoff quarterfinals for the first round of the playoffs for the first college football playoff first round this weekend. As we get 4 games on the schedule, a lot of games this weekend. 4 of the teams in the first round are SEC teams. Hard to believe that. It all starts on Friday night in 2 days from now. On Friday night, as Alabama goes to Oklahoma to take on the Sooners. Alabama, Oklahoma, 2 teams out of the SEC, 2 teams that did not win. Alabama 10-3, they come in, they lost to Georgia in the championship game, a game in the SEC title game. That they lost to Georgia, but playing against Oklahoma for the second time this year. Oklahoma, since joined the conference last year in 2024 and 2025, playing Alabama twice, and they've beat them both times. I did see this though. Alabama spent over 130 plus years, dating back all the way into the 1800s, since Alabama last lost a game to a team twice in the same season. They have not done that in a long time. So I guess the question, I guess you can say that it's going to be Alabama's game to win or their game to lose. I guess you could say. No matter what you think, Oklahoma though was a tough place to go. Last year, Alabama went into Oklahoma and only scored 7 points and gave up like 23. This year, though, Oklahoma went to Alabama and won on the road. So you can say this: it's a tough matchup, tough drama in a place where Alabama last year only scored a touchdown. Is that going to happen this year, though? I don't really know how it's going to play out Friday night. Unfortunately, I won't be watching the game, but I do think Alabama, Oklahoma, this game could be a shootout. I think potentially. Just like the first time they played this year, that Oklahoma had to win late. At the end of the day, though, I think Alabama goes on the road, gets a tough game though, but I think Oklahoma comes away and beats Alabama for a second time this season. So give me the Sooners at home this weekend against the Tide on Friday night. Moving on, our second game of the playoff, Texas A&M on Saturday, taking on Miami, the Hurricanes, both out of this SEC and ACC respectively. Miami, the ACC at-large team, did not have a ACC's champion Duke beat 10-2 Virginia, so that knocked the ACC champion out. But Miami then made it over Notre Dame, and I guess the question is, should Notre Dame have made it? I don't know what you could say. Miami didn't have a good stat 2 on the 2 losses, but now you look at it, this matchup. Carson Beck, the former Georgia quarterback, going up against Texas A&M, and former SEC team, playing in this matchup here overall, which is going to be tough. Actually, this game's actually in Texas A&M. This game's actually in Texas A&M, I believe, actually. My bad. Did I get this wrong? I don't know. I think this game's at Texas A&M, correct? Yeah, it should be at Texas A&M, I believe. Yeah, this game's actually in Texas A&M this weekend for Saturday. Overall, and I'll just say this: Miami, their team, who knows if they should even be here in the playoffs or at all. Texas A&M, a team that had a surprise year, they lost 1 game, and that was to Texas, the very last game of the season. So that's a very tough stat to get, and a very tough game to get into. At the end of the day, though, I think Texas A&M finds a way to get a win here in this game, finds a way to get the job done on Saturday. So give me Texas A&M, give me the Aggies on Saturday. Moving on, we have Ole Miss going against Tulane, and just fill in for Tulane, but use the Big Ten helmet because I don't have a Tulane helmet. So Ole Miss, Tulane, a matchup for the second time this year. These 2 teams played back in the year, earlier in the year, where Ole Miss went to Tulane and won, and outscored them and scored 35 points, but won by 5 touchdowns overall. You can make that statement and say that much about Ole Miss. Their team that comes in, their head coach leaves. So I guess the question is, and I quote, how is this matchup going to look with an interim head coach? How's it going to affect Ole Miss this postseason? I'm not sure how it does, but for Tulane, they come in as a conference championship, which out of the Power 5, one of the 2 Power 5 teams in the playoffs this year. Can they beat Ole Miss? That's the biggest question to debate. Can they beat Ole Miss? But I don't think it's going to be like the first time they played where they lost by 5 touchdowns. But I think it's one of those games where they have a chance to win. They have a chance to play a game in the playoffs. Can you play Ole Miss to the style of football and beat them? And then today, I think Ole Miss finds a way to get the job done and wins in round 1. Just like last year, 3 teams at home taking it out the first 3 games. Next up, we have the Ducks of Oregon. They're taking on James Madison, another group of 5 team. And James Madison, who comes in at 12-1 in a conference championship. Oregon comes in 11-1, lost to Indiana out of the Big Ten. Indiana, who got the number 1 seed as a champion of the Big Ten. Interesting to see enough, as I am so far. I'm predicting all 3 home teams to win. Well, we're going to be the 4th. Question is, how good is James Madison? I don't really know much about James Madison, but I know this about Oregon. Oregon's quarterback, he was favorite. Should have been in the Heisman Trophy conversation, but then it looked like Heisman Trophy candidates. Neither did Indiana's quarterback Fernando Mendoza, but he won the Heisman no matter what. But you look at this matchup overall. Oregon, 1 loss this year to Indiana. Since joining the Big Ten in 2024, Oregon went 13-1 last year, losing the Rose Bowl in the playoffs to Ohio State. This year, they get James Madison. They have 1 loss. Sort of the same story though, but this time they get a first round game, and I think Oregon takes this one and wins by quite a bit. So give me the Ducks, as I'm going with a clean sweep across the board. Last year in the playoffs, all 4 home teams won the first round. I think it happens again this year, just like last year, where all 4 home teams get wins. That being said, I'll see you then. I'll see you in the next one, in the next playoff prediction video, whenever that is, on January 30th, the day before the games. That being said, I'll see you then. Please remember to watch, like, subscribe, and get to our friends who do the same if they have not done so yet already. Also, don't forget to hit that notification button below so you know when I upload a new video. With that being said, have a good day, stay safe, and peace out. I'll see you right back here in the next video. Have a good day, everyone. Stay safe out there. See ya. Bye for now.